Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Ron Brown. This is Tech for Senior. It is February the 26th. I'm in Comox, British Columbia, where last night it went down to freezing and was -2 overnight. But it's going to be a gorgeous sunny day, and I look forward to going for a ride on my e-bike today, which I'm excited about. So that's my plan. So we're going to be together for the next hour or maybe hour and a half. We have a great show for you today, followed by a question and answer period. So as you go through the show today, if you have any questions, just write them down and we'll answer them at the end. So we also have a premiere segment that's coming on later. It's a premiere video where I go back over about a year ago and collect three sessions that I think you might be interested in, and we put those together for a video for you. They're great for your computer clubs. We strip out everything. They're just the articles in there, and if you want to use them, they're all indexed and easy to use. And today we've got three special ones, really great ones. Ray, of course, has did a video which I forgot about called Modern Music Playlists, how to create one. So Ray, you're going to lead off our premiere video today. But Ray, of course, is famous for his playlist of all his music and all his songs called Ray's Playlist, which of course is in our newsletter. And we bring this out twice a week. On Tuesday, Ray has his music session in our newsletter, and you can find the link to that playlist. And it's probably got 300 songs there. You could start listening to songs now, and they would play for the whole week until our next show. So if you wanted to do that, you could. And you would find that in our newsletter, sponsored by three great sponsors. The Glendora Seniors Computer Club in California. We have, of course, Geeks on Tour and the Central Florida Computer Society. We want to thank our sponsors so much for their generosity, and we do appreciate that. So you can indeed find Ray's playlist there. So we're looking forward to that. And of course, Hewie, in his brilliance of AI, even though it was produced a year ago, it's ChatGPT in action, and it's still pertinent today. I watched it. It's still an excellent video. Hewie, you did a great job with that. And I'm going to talk about a free VPN from Google if you have Google One. So three great selections that will be coming on at half past the hour. The next thing I want to talk about is this week you've probably heard a lot about a word called Sora, S-O-R-A. And this is, of course, OpenAI's new text-to-video generator, which, of course, is probably going to change the world and how movies are made. And we're going to be talking about that on our Thursday show this Thursday. So if you haven't heard about that, you will be hearing a lot about Sora. And we're going to talk all about that on our Thursday show, which of course is on Thursday. And if you have been watching our newsletter, you'll know that at the top of the newsletter now is a link to the video I made about how to find our Thursday show. So it's also easy for you to do. So you just have to click that link if you don't know how to find our Thursday show, but you can certainly come and watch it. We look forward to it, and it's on Thursday, and it's the same time as today. It starts at 9 o'clock Pacific time, whatever other time zone you're in. So that's our show today. Hewie, how the heck are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I've been doing a lot of recording and trying to keep up with AI. I did an AI show last week, my monthly show. We had a good session, and actually we watched the whole Sora video and talked about it. And there were some people there that are fairly up to date on what's going on in AI, and they hadn't seen it, and they were just overwhelmed and just amazed.
Don't give too much away because we're going to talk about that on Thursday.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
Very good. That's great. And Bob, how's things going? I noticed that your video today is over 10 minutes. What are the bad guys making progress here or what?
Yeah, it's been a busy week. It could have been longer.
Oh, really?
As short as possible. Yep.
All right. All right. All right. And Ray, what's happening in Pine, Arizona? Is all the snow gone? What's happening? Unmute yourself.
Ray's muted.
Sorry about that. Yes, the snow is gone and getting by. Tonight is the meeting of my Payson Computer Meetup Club. We do it by Zoom, and so I'm putting together my material there. And what I tend to do is reuse. So whatever I've used for Tech for Senior, I can find a way to reuse it for tonight.
What? The video you did on Modern Playlist was really good.
I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
No.
Right. And of course, we have Chris and Jim from Geeks on Tour. They're back from their camping trip in their van. How are you guys doing?
Oh, doing well. You're still pinned there, Ron.
Oh, am I still pinned? I'll
Yeah,
thanks for letting me know.
yeah, no worries. Not my show, but it is my favorite Monday show.
So
Yeah, we'll
you're
be-
back. You're what's your next adventure?
Our next adventure is not for a while. I guess May we're going to the British Virgin Islands. We'll go diving there. We'll probably get out in the van once or twice before then, and then we're into summer. It's
Great.
thinking about a Panama Canal cruise.
Oh, there's no water left in the Panama Canal.
Well, there's some water.
All right. Okay. All right. Now, Bill James is sick today and he's actually away. So I've substituted his session today, which was, of course, going to be Mac tips. And I've put a Chromebook session in for us. So we haven't done a Chromebook session for a while. So we'll be doing that. Bob, let's get rolling with your security news update and take it away.
Here is my security news roundup for the week ending February 23rd, 2024. Massive utility scam campaign spreads via online ads. The scam begins when a user searches for keywords related to their energy bill. The ads are shown to mobile devices only, which makes sense given how often people use their phones. Also, the ads are geolocated, so they are relevant to the user's location. We found 28 advertisers with over 300 ads, most of them registered by individuals from Pakistan. We have also seen legitimate but hacked advertiser accounts belonging to U.S. entities that were abused. In most cases, tapping on the ad will not open a new website, but instead will prompt you to dial a phone number. This is exactly what the crooks want, as many people will have no idea that an ad approved by Google could possibly be fraudulent. Read more at malwarebytes.com. Critical flaw found in ConnectWise Screen Connect software. Patch now. ConnectWise had released software updates to address two security flaws in its Screen Connect remote desktop and access software, including a critical bug that could enable remote code execution on affected systems. The company deemed the severity of the issues as critical, citing they could allow the ability to execute remote code or directly impact confidential data or critical systems. Both the vulnerabilities impact Screen Connect versions 23.9.7 and prior, with fixes available in versions 23.9.8. The flaws were reported to the company on February 13th, 2024. If you're using this software, update to the latest version ASAP. Read more at thehackernews.com. WordPress bricks theme under active attack. Critical flaw impacts 25,000 plus sites. A critical security flaw in the bricks theme for WordPress is being actively exploited by threat actors to run arbitrary PHP code on susceptible installations. The flaw, tracked as CVE 2024-25600, CVSS score of 9.8, enables unauthenticated attackers to achieve remote code execution. It impacts all versions of the bricks up to and including 1.9.6. It has been addressed by the theme developers in version 1.9.6.1, released on February 13th, 2024. Merely days after WordPress security provider Cineco reported the flaw on February 10th. Update ASAP to be safe. Read more at thehackernews.com. Lockbit ransomware's darknet domains seized in global law enforcement raid. An international law enforcement operation has led to the seizure of multiple darknet domains operated by Lockbit, one of the most prolific ransomware groups, marking the latest in a long list of digital takedowns. Authorities from 11 countries, Australia, Canada, Finland, France, Germany, Japan, the Netherlands, Sweden, Switzerland, the UK, and the US, alongside Europol, participated in the joint exercise. According to data shared by cybersecurity firm ReliarQuest, Lockbit listed 275 victims on its data leak portal in the fourth quarter of 2023, dwarfing all its competitors. Read more at thehackernews.com. Iran and Hezbollah hackers launch attack to influence Israel-Hamas narrative. Hackers backed by Iran and Hezbollah staged cyber attacks designed to undercut public support for the Israeli-Hamas war after October 2023. This includes destructive attacks against key Israeli organizations, hack and leak operations targeting entities in Israel and the U.S., phishing campaigns designed to steal intelligence and information operations to turn public opinion against Israel. But what's also notable about this Israeli-Hamas conflict is that the cyber operations appear to be executed independently of the kinetic and battlefield actions, unlike observed in the case of the Russo-Ukrainian war. Read more at thehackernews.com. North Koreans using ChatGPT to scam LinkedIn users. Attacks are getting very sophisticated. Recent reports indicate that North Korea hacking groups are employing artificial intelligence tools like ChatGPT to launch intricate cyber attacks against American white-collar workers. This development raises concerns about the evolving landscape of online threats and the potential misuse of AI for malicious purposes. North Korean actors are leveraging AI-powered LLMs to generate content likely used in spear phishing campaigns. These campaigns typically involve impersonating legitimate entities, such as recruiters, to trick individuals into revealing sensitive information or clicking on malicious links. Read more at mspoweruser.com. Wise security flaw allowed people to see random camera feeds. Smart home company Wise has had multiple high-profile security issues over the past few years. And now yet another one just happened, allowing some people to see the wrong video feeds. A limited number of Wise webcam owners experienced a concerning security breach reminiscent of a similar issue from 5 months ago. David Crosby, a co-founder of Wise, confirmed to The Verge that a dozen users were inadvertently able to view thumbnails of other users' camera feeds in their Events tab. This issue arose following an extended outage purported due to AWS problems with camera owners seeing images from other people's homes. Read more at howtogeek.com. FTC bans antivirus provider Avast from selling users' browsing data. On Thursday, the FTC announced it was fining Avast $16.5 million and prohibiting the antivirus brand from selling or licensing collected user data for advertising purposes. The FTC issued the order 4 years after PCMag and Motherboard published a joint investigation into how Avast's free antivirus products could expose your browsing history to corporations, even though the same product promised to protect users' privacy. At the time, Avast claimed it was stripping out personal details before supplying the browsing data to marketeers. But internal documents showed that the browsing data could still be used to link back to individual Avast users, especially when the information was combined with other data sources. Read more at pcmag.com. United Health blamed nation-state threat in hack that disrupted pharmacy orders. United Health found a suspected nation-state associated cybersecurity threat actor had access to subsidiary Change Healthcare's systems on February 21st, prompting the company to disconnect them from other parties, the company said in a filing Thursday. United Health, the country's largest health insurer, said in a statement Thursday that the cyber attack and related network interruption only impacted Change Healthcare and that all its other systems are operational. Change Healthcare is a key intermediary in the $1.5 trillion U.S. health insurance market. Read more at finance.yahoo.com. This week's must-see on my YouTube channel. Here are 10 habits that are basically inviting hackers to lunch. To avoid digital disaster, please watch my video on that topic by following the link listed. Did you know? The gym is the only place where the customer works harder than the employee. When you go to a Google query, 1,000 computers are used to find the answer in 0.2 seconds. A tiger's roar can be heard up to 2 miles away. Did you know that sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins? Just thought you might want to know. Mystery creates wonders, and wonders is the basis of man's desire to understand. Thanks to Neil Armstrong. And that's a wrap for this week's Security News Roundup. Stay safe, stay secure, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye, and thanks for watching and listening. A recent Windows 11 update took your Copilot icon and moved it to the extreme right in the toolbar. But what it also did at that time, when it moved that icon over to the extreme right, there used to be the ability to show your desktop by simply going all the way to the extreme right on that toolbar. Well, that's disappeared. I can't get to my desktop, meaning getting rid of whatever is blocking the desktop. But there's an easy way to get it back. Let me show you how. Go to an empty spot on the taskbar, do a right click, and select Taskbar Settings. Once that opens, scroll down until you get to Taskbar Behaviors. Select that, and then here you'll have to scroll down and again select the far corner of the taskbar to show the desktop. So let's select that. Now we can close this, and now when I go down to the extreme right, select it, it now brings back my desktop. Open my app back up, and of course it's blocking part of the desktop, but the extreme right, select it, and it shows your desktop. So if you run into the problem, Windows got updated, Copilot got moved to the far right side of your toolbar, and you need to get your show desktop button back, make that little change, and you'll be back in business. Stay safe, stay secure. I hope that helps. Thanks for watching and listening.
Thanks, Bob. That's great news. I'm sure that's very confusing for a lot of people. So thanks for showing us how to do that. That's great. Good news. All right. As I mentioned earlier, Bill's away. So I've decided to put a Chromebook video in for us. So let me play this now, and I think you'll enjoy this one. Well, it's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior with a Chromebook tip. How to save your screenshots automatically into Google Photos. The thing I like about Google Photos is it doesn't matter where I am, what device I'm using. It is always so easy to drop an image right into Google Photos. I take a lot of screenshots that help me to make videos and produce shows. It gives me great ideas for future presentations. So whether I'm using my Chromebook or on my PC, I take a lot of screenshots. Now, I always like these screenshots to be available in one location for easy access, because a lot of time if I'm taking them on my Chromebook, I'm in a different location when I'm doing the show or I'm creating videos. So I find that Google Photos is an excellent location for me to store all my screenshots for future use. Let me show you today how easy it is to set up your Chromebook to automatically store your screenshot into Google Photos. All right, we're now on my desktop of my Chromebook. You'll see the cursor here, and I'm going to show you how to take a screenshot and save it to Google Photos. And why would I want to do this? Well, I'm going to show you. This is, of course, the blank page, but we're going to come over to a news article that I've just been looking at. Blink's latest battery-powered camera now comes with person detection. Now, I want to do a news article about this. I'm reviewing the news on my Chromebook, and I want to capture this. So what's the easiest way to do that? Well, of course, you know that your Chromebook has a capture feature. Let's have a look. We can take my cursor, and we're going to come down to the bottom right. I'm going to click the button here, and you'll see it says screen capture. And we can click this, and we can capture the screen. And now this, of course, turns it a different color. We can do a screen capture, or we can do a video, but I just want to do a screen capture of this. And we have the option of choosing the area, click anywhere to capture the full screen, or we can actually choose part of the screen. So I can actually, if I just want this, we can just choose this area to capture. But I want the whole screen. In this particular case, in fact, I want to store this for future reference, and I want it to go to Google Photos. I just put all my captures into Google Photos where I know they're there and they're easy to sort. And that's just a thing I do, and I like to, because I have a lot of different devices. So I'm going to click anywhere here, and we can do a screen capture of this. Let's click here, and it is now captured. Now, when we capture something on a Chromebook, you saw that it goes to a number of different places. The first thing is it captures it. Let's just come back for a minute. Let's just bring up this screen now. And where did that go? Where did the screen capture that we just do go? Well, I'm going to tell you that in a moment, but I want to come back to this article again and tell you that there's an easier way to do a screen capture of this. It's a shortcut, and it's called the Control Overview. And if I hit Control and Overview, it automatically just takes a screenshot. I don't have to go down and load those other. I don't have to go down to the right-hand side and click those extra steps. So just by hitting the Control and Overview button, it automatically takes a screenshot. Well, this is great because as I travel around looking at different articles, I can just do Control Overview and it takes a screenshot for me. And where does it save it? Well, this is very interesting. So as you know, it saves it. It'll save it to the clipboard. So you can either see that by coming down to the tote. We call this the tote on a Chromebook. And you can see now I've actually saved this a number of times, but you can see where it's saved. So you know your image is saved. If you want to find it, it's right here. But it's also on the clipboard, and you can access the clipboard by the everything button and V. So that's another shortcut, everything button V, and you can bring this up and you can paste it from here. These have your last 5 items of your clipboard, and I've been, of course, practicing on this article. So you can do that. So either you can find them down here in the tote, or you can certainly find them everything plus V, and they're right on the clipboard for you. But I don't want to do any of those things. I just want this saved in Google Photos. So let's go to the File menu, because of course all your images are stored in your Downloads directory. So let's come over and find this particular file in our File menu. So if we click Files here, we're going to come up and you'll see Downloads here. If I click Downloads, here we are. The image that I just captured is in my Downloads directory. But again, I'm not on this Chromebook when I'm doing editing and producing videos. I'm in a different location using a different machine. So I don't really want this in the Downloads directory. I want it to be in Google Photos. Well, let's open this up. So let's right click it and let's look along here. We can certainly send it to Google Photos. If we click here, we can open it with a lot of different things and we can share it. But if I want to just send this to Google Photos, I just click here and it is now in Google Photos. I don't want that. I want this to actually be done automatically for me, because as I'm going through looking at different articles, this is a fast process and I don't want to have to go back and do this manually. How can I do that automatically? Now let me just show you that if we are in Google Photos, let's just open another, let's just open Google Photos up. So if we open Google Photos up, we'll see that the article is in Google Photos. We'll see here and click this, but this is actually in Google Photos. All right, let me show you how to automatically save your screenshots into Google Photos. Now, the trick here is this. If you look at, this is my browser. I'm in my browser now, and I'm in Google Photos, but I'm in Google Photos through the web. In other words, this is the web application, and you can tell that because at the top it says photos.google.com. If I come over here, this is how I got to it, all right? So this is not the app. This is just the browser. You're going through it through the web portal, and this is how you're finding the article. What you need to do is use the app, which you should have on your Chromebook. And this is annotated by this little blue dot here. If you look here, you'll see this little blue dot, and you'll see that when I bring this up, this is the app, okay? And you don't see the web portal here. This is the app that I'm using on my Chromebook. So you want to make sure that you have the Google Photos app on your Chromebook. Now, once you are in the app, you can see over on the left-hand side, you'll see this on device. Let's click this and find out what this is all about. Okay, now this is where you can turn on the automatic saving. Now these are all the places on your Chromebook that you can go. You can see your camera, but I want to go to the Downloads directory here, okay? Let's click this, and this is the Downloads directory on my Chromebook. And you will, now remember, we're in the Google Photos app, and it says download. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to turn this button on. And that means anything that's put in my Downloads directory now will automatically be saved to Google Photos. This is important for some people because you may want to do screen captures, as I do, and have them on different locations. And this is a very easy way just to put them into Google Photos. So anything that goes into your Downloads directory will automatically be saved to Google Photos. In summary, let's see how this works. You now have my Chromebook. You'll see my cursor here, but I'm not going to use the cursor. I'm simply going to use the Control key plus the Overview key, and we're going to take a screenshot of my Chromebook. Now you'll see that it's coming up to the clipboard, but I don't want this. I just simply want to look at Google Photos now and see if it's automatically saved into my Google Photos account. Let's have a look. Let's go over to my Google Photos account. You'll see up here, Google Photos. We're actually going through the web portal, photos.google.com. And here's the article right here that I've just done a screenshot of. So that's how simple it is. It's just Control Overview key, and it's automatically saved to your Google Photos account. Hewie, you're up.
Okay. I want to preface this by saying thanks to Murray asking about colorizing pictures. I went back, I knew I had done one, and it was 4 years ago that I talked about it, and the website that I talked about colorizing is gone. So I had to go find some other ways to colorize pictures, and that's what this is about. So let me say I want to share the sound and share. And we're good. Bringing history to life by colorizing black and white photos online. I'm Hewie Poplock. The 3 online apps that we're working with today have some free access. These are Colorize, Image Colorizer, and AI Color. The first one will be Colorize.com. It does give you extra uses by following or sharing. Otherwise, it's quite limited to the number of free uses that you have. You have 2 choices. You can either just do the colorizing, or you can restore a photo and colorize it as well, and we'll cover both of those. Let's first look at this screen. To restore a photo and colorize it, you click on the yellow block to restore photos, and it opens up a slightly different screen. The supported formats are JPEG, JPEG, PNG files. The maximum size are 5 megabytes. The maximum resolution is 1200 by 1200. And images exceeding the limit will be resized automatically before uploading one image at a time. You can either drop the image in the spot on the screen, or you can click to upload. We're going to drop it on the screen and get started. And it's now processing the picture. As you see the circle going round and round, that can take just a few seconds, or it can take several minutes, depending upon where in the queue and how many pictures there are to be processed before your picture gets processed. Sometimes when I try to colorize a picture, the processing never did complete using Colorize.com. So sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Once it completes the processing, you can then download the picture. And when you do that, it then wants to save it. You save it on your hard drive, and then you take a look at it. The girl circled here has red hair and was wearing a dark red outfit that day. I remember when that picture was taken. I wouldn't say that all colors are accurate, but I would say it's a good representation of the original colors. Let's take a look at the restoration process by clicking that button, and we're going to choose a different picture, and it's going to be this one. And when we click it, it then makes it a little bit different. There are some choices over here. I should have unchecked the restore faces, and I didn't, but I did do the colorize the black and white photo. I did start the processing, and it did take about a minute. Because I didn't uncheck the box to restore the faces, it did distort some of them quite a bit. I did try to restore a second picture, and this is what happened. I unchecked restore faces, I told it to colorize the black and white, and then I clicked to process, and I got this message. So the limitation to restoring pictures is 1, and then you have to subscribe. The next colorizing program we're looking at is Image Colorizer. We're going to be looking at the free version, which gives you 20 credits for each month. You can upload photos up to 2,000 pixels and 1 image for each uploading, and all AI features are included, and you can get support for the free plan. With Image Colorizer, you can colorize, you can restore photos, you can enhance photos, and you can clean up photos. But we're going to be only colorizing a photo. You can drop a file or paste the image in the box, which we'll do, and as soon as you do, it's ready to do its work. We click on Start, and it begins its process. It only takes a few seconds, and we're ready to preview the image. The preview lets us look at the black and white and color by sliding it back and forth and observing the differences. And then we download the file, and let's take a look at it. As you can see, it did an excellent job of doing the colorization of this old black and white picture. Our third colorization website is AI Color, and it appears that it also has 20 credits, and I've already used 2 of them. Let's take a look. In this, we can drag and drop a picture, or we can click to select the photo. Let's go ahead and drag and drop it, and we do. We then tell it to colorize, and it does it almost immediately. Next, we download it and take a look at our result. You see that it did an excellent job of colorizing and did a nice job with the picture. We then try a second photo, and when we do, it just sits there and processes and never completes. So we don't get a colorized version of this photo. Next, we'll take a look at the same picture we did in Image Colorizer. This time we're doing it AI Color, and it definitely looks the same. And when we tell it to go ahead and download it, we do, and we'll take a look at it. And it is very similar to the one in Image Colorizer. Next, we're going to retry this same picture and see if we have better luck with it. We do, and it is quite well done. Let's go over what we learned on how to colorize a black and white photo. 1, you need to prepare digital black and white photos. Colorizers are designed for colorizing black and white images. They do not work on digital images in color, obviously. Before you use these tools, you'll need to have at least 1 digital old black and white image in your device. If you have old black and white photos in your album, for instance, you can digitize them with a photo scanner. Do that before you upload them, or take a picture of them using your camera on your phone. 2, upload black and white photos. Simply drag and drop old black and white photos to the page and click on the upload icon to select a photo from your device. Large photos may not work or may need to be resized. And 3, download colorized photos. Most of these tools are automatic and may be free to use. Click download button to save the colorized photo. AI-powered photo colorizers simplify the whole process of colorizing your photos, or minutes. So why do you need to colorize a black and white photo online? Well, if you try to colorize a black and white photo online, you can travel back to old days and share these precious memories with your family and friends. Old black and white photos are often kept in photo albums, but they can easily get damaged and faded. Thanks to colorizing apps, you can colorize these old photos after you've digitized them so that memories can last forever. How to colorize black and white photos free online. Colorizing apps act as the best alternative to using something like Photoshop or the like, in that it lets you colorize photos online without any hassle. Just upload an old black and white image from your device. Then the app will instantly colorize your photo online and make your old photos look amazing. Then click download to save the results. And today we've looked at 3 online apps and demonstrated them, and those were Colorize.com, ImageColorizer.com, and AIColor.art. There we go.
Thanks, Hewie. I'm sure lots of questions in the Q&A, so we'll look forward to that, and I'm sure Chris has some ideas as well. So we'll leave that till the Q&A. Bob, tax season.
It's almost that time again, so let's see what advice I can offer. Tax season is here. So are the cyber crooks. As the tax season rolls in, so does the opportunity for cyber crooks to spring into action. It's the time of year when the air is filled with the scent of freshly printed W-2s and the clicking of calculators, but also the lurking danger of digital thieves ready to pounce on your personal information. So let's gear up with knowledge and a sprinkle of humor to keep those cyber baddies at bay. The dangers lurking in the digital shadows. Imagine cyber criminals as the pesky mosquitoes of the internet. They're annoying, persistent, and can cause a whole lot of itchiness in your bank account. During the tax season, these digital pests are on the prowl for any slip-up that could give them access to your juicy financial data. Phishing, the bait and switch. Phishing is like that fake lottery email promising you millions. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Cyber crooks craft cunning emails and messages that mimic legitimate tax-related correspondence, hoping you'll take the bait and hand over sensitive information. Ransomware, the digital kidnapping. Ransomware is the cyber equivalent of a movie villain holding your data hostage and demanding a hefty ransom. It's malicious software that locks you out of your own files unless you pay up. Identity theft, the imposter syndrome. Identity theft is when a cyber crook becomes you, digitally speaking. They file a tax return in your name, pocket your refund, and leave you to explain to the IRS why you've forgotten how to spell your own name. Prudent security tips, your cyber armor. Let's armor up with some security tips that even the most sophisticated cyber crook would struggle to penetrate. Multi-factor authentication, the double check. Multi-factor authentication is like a friend who always double checks if you lock your car. It adds an extra layer of security by requiring a second form of verification, such as a text message code before allowing access to your accounts. Strong passwords, the first line of defense. A strong password is like a good deodorant. It keeps the unwanted stink of hackers away. Use complex passwords and consider a password manager to keep track of all of them. Software updates, the silent guardian. Keeping your software updated is like getting a flu shot. It's a preventative measure that can save you from a world of hurt. These updates often include patches for security vulnerabilities that could be exploited by cyber crooks. File early. The early bird gets the worm. Filing your taxes early is like beating the morning rush at the coffee shop. It reduces the window of opportunity for identity thieves to file a fraudulent return in your name. Advice for staying safe. The cyber hygiene routine. Just like brushing your teeth, there is a routine to keeping your digital life clean. Beware of suspicious emails. If you didn't expect it, inspect it. Don't click on links or download attachments from unknown sources. Secure Wi-Fi. Using public Wi-Fi to file your taxes is like shouting your personal info through a megaphone at a park. Always use a secure private connection. Monitor your accounts. Keep an eye on your accounts like a hawk. If something looks fishy, it might just be a phishing attempt. Conclusion: laugh in the face of danger. While tax season can be a boom for cyber crooks, it doesn't have to be a problem for you. With the right knowledge and tools, you can protect yourself and even have the last laugh. So go ahead and file those taxes with confidence, and let the cyber crooks know that when it comes to your personal information, the joke's on them. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and throw in a chuckle or two to keep things light. Laughter is the best medicine, especially when it comes to dealing with the headaches of tax season security. Stay safe, stay secure, and happy filing. Depending on your filing status, may your refund be large or your payment be small. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye, and thanks for watching and listening. And I'll be leaving you right now.
Okay. All right, Bob. Thanks a lot. Thanks so
Bye-bye.
much. All right. Let's do one more short video before we get to Ray's segment. Let's, well, it happened this week. Yes, it happened. We talked about it on our Thursday show and discussed this happening, and it happened. What a disaster. It's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior, where we help seniors understand technology and also navigate through the craziness of streaming TV and Amazon Prime. Ads on Amazon Prime. Yes, Gail and I were watching our usual show at supper time, and I noticed, oh my gosh, all these ads came on our Amazon Prime video we were watching. Now, we've discussed this a lot on Tech for Senior Live on our Thursday show. And Hewie, Bob, Bill, and Ray, we all sort of decided that we were going to wait and see. Maybe it wouldn't be too bad. Maybe they would just put an ad at the front and an ad at the back, and it wouldn't be as bad as cable TV used to be. We were hoping that's the case. But no, it's a disaster. It was ads all through the whole show. Ugh. So I just simply went and paid the surcharge and got an ad-free subscription. So I wanted to show you today how to do that and how to navigate your Amazon Prime account. I'm also going to show you a couple of other things, so stay tuned. So let's have a look. All right, let's look at how we would turn off the ads in our Prime Video account. Now, the first thing is I'm doing this on my Amazon Prime account in Canada. I'm assuming the messaging and menuing system will be similar to the US Prime account. But anyway, this is my Canadian Prime account, and we'll come over now. So this is my Canadian Amazon Prime account. I'm going to come down to membership and subscriptions. We're going to click this button. And these are all my membership and subscriptions that I've signed up for. We'll go over those in just a minute. But here we are. You'll see this is the Prime Video ad-free. Now, I have subscribed to this, but let's look at how you might do that. Let's go to Prime Video settings. And as we come over here, we'll see that in my Prime membership, this is of course my account. And here is where the ad-free button will be. Now, of course, I have it turned on, but I simply can cancel the ad-free, edit payment, and this is where you're going to turn this on and off, and it will be billed every month. Mine is an auto renew, and it will be billed once a month. But you can certainly turn this off or on as you wish. The thing you have to remember about your Prime Video account is that there are subscriptions within that account that you may be paying for and not know you are. So let me show you a quick way of reviewing that. Now, if we come up to, again, my account, we're going to come down to your Prime Video. Let me click Prime Video. And these are my videos that we've been watching, and you'll see here the list. This is ℏ𝕠𝕟, but as I come down and as I click, just bring my mouse over here, you'll see it here, it says included with Prime. So in this particular series that we're watching, and ℏ𝕠𝕟 is really a good one, this is included with Prime, which is fine. Now, my wife is watching Father Brown series, but as I bring over here, this requires a subscription to BritBox. Now, as we come over to a new series that we're watching, this is an FBI series, you'll see, of course, it's included with my subscription to Paramount Plus. Yes, I have subscribed to Paramount Plus. And as we come over here, you'll see another one that Gail is watching. And again, this is on BritBox. So you quickly go through and you can see what shows you're watching and what subscription service is required. Now let's come back over. We're going to come down, and I want to come down to memberships and subscriptions again. Let's click this. And of course, you'll see that I am subscribed to Amazon Prime. Yes, I am subscribed to BritBox. Yes, I am subscribed to Paramount Plus. Hold on, Stack TV. We haven't watched any shows on Stack TV for a couple of months. I'm paying $12.99. Do I really need that? No, we can cancel it. Click Cancel Subscription, and we are going to cancel this channel. And of course, they're going to give me a special deal, and they don't really want me to cancel, but I'm going to cancel my subscription anyway because I don't want to pay for Stack TV. Now, I may want to come back and watch shows on there, but I can just resubscribe. Yes, you are going to be forced to make a decision about commercials on Amazon Prime. But remember, it's very easy to turn that on or off each month. Now, in our situation, we watch Amazon Prime for a while, which we're sort of doing now, but sometimes we flip over and we watch a whole bunch of series on Netflix for a few months, and we move back and forth. Currently, we're not watching much Netflix, so we are going to subscribe and cancel those commercials on Prime, but we may go to Netflix in a few months and spend some time there, and I'll just cancel the Amazon Prime subscription service. So it's easy to turn off or on. My worry is that what's this $2 or $3 they're charging? I get a feeling this is shades of things to come, and they're just warming us up for this. The other thing is, please have a look and make sure you're not paying for something you don't need. Watch those subscriptions and be sure and cancel them. You can always resubscribe. It's very easy to do, but don't pay for something that you're not going to use. It's going to save you some money. It's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Enjoy your Prime membership, and we'll see you soon. All right, Ray, just before you get going, I want to say goodbye to our people over on YouTube where we are streaming. If you wish to pop over and participate in the Q&A, we've got lots of room over here in our meeting, so we're certainly happy to have you. And if not, hopefully we'll see you next week. And don't forget our premiere video that's coming up.
Billy Joel's new song. Going way back, during my high school days, I had a friend named Larry, and I've stayed in touch with him over the years. After high school, Larry joined the New York Police Department and was a cop for 25 years, the last 5 with the Harbor Patrol. He had the opportunity to moonlight when Billy Joel would be appearing at a venue in New York and would work as part of the security team. So after retiring from the NYPD, Larry continued to stay in touch and work with Joel, even at times operating his yacht on Long Island Sound when Billy, Christy, and their daughter, Alexa Ray, would be out on the water for the day. So it is thanks to Larry that I have this autographed photo in my collection. Both Carol and I are big fans of Billy Joel, and more than once she has asked why he hasn't released any new music in such a long time, actually since 1993, with the song River of Dreams on his 12th album. My response was he doesn't need to, and like many singers today, he prefers to perform in person. And as an example, he signed an open-ended deal to perform at Madison Square Garden once per month for as long as there's demand. This turned out to be a 10-year gig with his 150th lifetime show at this venue scheduled to end the run in July 2024. So you can imagine our pleasant surprise when at the recent 66th Annual Grammy Awards, Billy Joel performed a brand new song. So today's video is a two-parter. First, the story behind how this song came to be, and then his performance of Turn the Lights Back On, which debuted on the Billboard Hot 100 at number 62. Turn the lights back on.
He really didn't lose it, did he? It was like you could really hear his voice the way it was.
30 years later.
Yeah, amazing, eh?
He's been singing for the last 30 years, so that is probably one of the reasons why he really hasn't lost it. Just hasn't been writing.
Right. Interesting. Well, thanks. Another great one, Ray. Thanks so much. That's wonderful. All right, so we're going to move into our Q&A session, but before we do, if you have to run, don't forget, Ray will be back at 1/2 when he'll be talking about creating a modern music playlist. Hewi's going to talk about ChatGPT in action. So if you still don't use ChatGPT, you're wondering how you might want to use it, Hewi's going to talk about that. And I'll be, of course, talking about Google's VPN with Google One. So all that happening at 1/2. Don't forget, this Thursday, if you want to come and watch our show on Thursday, we're going to be talking about Sora, S-O-R-A. If you haven't heard about that, that's the one of the topics, plus all the news of the week. We'll be discussing that this Thursday. And if you're wondering how to find our Thursday show, remember, it's in the newsletter. Click a link and it'll take you right to the video. And I've made a whole video about how to find us on Thursday. So we're going to open up in the chat now. Anything that we talked about today or any questions you want answered, just open that up. Hewie, I have the first question, which is sort of to you, but it's also to Chris Gould. And is Chris still here?
Yes.
Is Chris here? I was wondering.
Yes, he's here.
Yeah, I was wondering. So the Colorize that you talked about are online, right? And they're online services. But we've also talked a lot about Snapseed, and I don't colorize a lot of pictures, but Chris, does Snapseed do it as well? I found a video about it, and it doesn't colorize black and white, eh?
No, I looked at that video that you linked to.
Yeah.
And that was taking an original color photo and making it a color pop. You know,
Okay.
with a bunch of work using the Snapseed tools, you could do what Google Photos does in one click.
Right. Okay.
And leaves the main character color
Right.
and black and white's the background.
Okay, but it doesn't do that. Okay, well, there you go. So I guess we've got 3 selections then. Which of the 3 would you recommend? Which one do you think's the best?
The third one, and I put the links to all 3 of them in the chat, but I think AI color art did a really good job. And actually the imagecolorizr.com, the first one, just too many times it just didn't work. The one time I thought, well, maybe it's because it's in the queue. I went ahead and told it, colorize it. I went to bed, went to sleep. Several hours later, I woke up and it was still processing. So it just didn't work at all. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
To which I have the same experience. I use the AI color.art and the Colorizr, and both of them are still spinning.
Yeah, it could be that they're real busy and that you're low down on the totem pole. I did see something pop up on one of them, and I don't even remember which one it was, and I have not been able to have it do it again, but it said I was 795 in the queue, and it would be at least 20 minutes. So I don't know how to get that again to find out which one it was, but if it doesn't work in a reasonable time, I would just try either another picture or try it later. And these are the free, and the ones I showed were the ones you can get for free. There are a lot of them out there that you can pay for. So you can go to some of the AI listings of the different tools that are out there, and you can find many of them. And if you pay for them, I'm sure they work a lot better.
Steve,
or at
go
least
ahead.
I'd hope so.
Thanks.
Are you able to change the color gamut that it uses so that you don't get all the same shades of brown and the same shades of blue? And
no, but you can you can then go in with Photoshop and start individualizing it.
Yeah, usually I just start with Photoshop and forget about the other.
Very good. All right. Any other questions?
Yeah, Ron, would you make sure you put the Premiere link in the
I put
chat?
the link
Oh,
in
you
there.
did? Okay, good.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah. Drew, go ahead.
Thank you for your Chromebook video. My problem with it is I've already forgotten where you made that change. Was it in the browser or in the Chromebook settings?
It's in the Google Photos app on your Chromebook.
Okay. Oh, right. You open up the Google Photos program.
The app, the Google Photos app on your Chromebook, not the web portal. You got to open the Google Photos, and that's where you'll find it, right? And and the video about that is on our channel as well, as it will be in the replay of this as well. So all those
you just refreshed my memory, so that was good.
Yeah.
But the second thing is that I often also will take screen captures on my Chromebook and want to edit them in Snagit on my Windows computer. If you bring up the screen capture menu on the Chromebook, before you actually take the capture, you can select whether you want to do a video or a picture or the whole screen or a little box. There's a little gear icon there, which opens up settings. And if you go in there, you can actually change the location to Google Drive.
Right. And
then all of your photos will get put in the Google Drive folder.
Right. Right. And you can certainly do that. I just love Google Photos, and I don't use it really for photos. I mean, I do put my photos there, all the photos, but I use it so much as a collector of all my all the stuff I use for the shows and stuff. I just throw it all in Google Photos because I find it so universal that I can access it no matter what device I'm on, and it just makes it easy. And I know I could do it in Google Drive, but I don't get along well with Google Drive. I'm more of a Google Photos fella. So that just
I just figured if people were interested, you can change the default location temporarily or permanently on your Chromebook to a Google Drive. So what I will do is create a folder for a particular video I'm going to do or a project I'm working on, and then I temporarily have all of my screen captures go to that folder.
Yep.
And then on Windows,
Yep.
Photos is where my files are.
Sure. Absolutely, it works great, and so it's very adaptable. I think one of the things, if you're going to do a lot of capturing, to go and to do all those commands to get it and capture it, it's much easier to use the shortcuts that I showed you, because it just works much better and it's quicker. Great. Yes, Drew, that's for sure. That's thanks for commenting. Any other questions? Any questions before or after the show? Anything you want to talk about before we finalize the show today? If not, Hewie will be, you're taking over next Monday, eh?
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, you're it for next Monday. So
I got the guns loaded. Okay.
Get the guns loaded. We're looking for a great show next Monday, and Hewie will be the MC. Carl, go ahead.
Yeah, Chris sent a text message that when she tried Hewie's first link to Colorize, and of course it had the English spelling. And if I'm not mistaken, Hewie, I believe the one you used did not have the English spelling for the link.
It did have the English OU. What I was wrong with is I used a Z. So it's OU and then ISE.
Well, I sent you a text.
It was a spelling issue, but not
yeah, I
really.
sent you a text check spelling, but I thought it had to do with the English versus the American version, because I thought Hewie's, when his link was up there on the screen, it was the American version. And I know when he said in the first page where he gave the links, it was the English version. I thought that was...
and I did put the links in the chat, and so you can see exactly what it is.
Well, was that the one you used? Because I thought the one on your, when you showed the web page, it didn't have, I didn't think it had the English version, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I did use that one. So.
Okay. That's
Chris,
all.
go ahead.
Well, I'm supposed to have a fun with photos next week, right? And I was just hoping to solicit some, if somebody could put what they would like to see in a fun with photos, any questions or any things that they would like to learn would be great. And if you think of something after this show, you can go to geeksontour.com and contact us and put a suggestion there. I don't have anything planned yet.
All right. Or you can fire it off to me. Most of you have our newsletter contact information. Just fire it off and I'll forward it to Chris. And we're always anxious to get your thoughts on future topics. And if you do have any ideas, a lot of what we talk about, like Colorize today, was based on some of Murray's questions. If any of you have specific questions or things you want to learn about, then just let us know, and we'll make a video and we'll put it on the list.
I have a question for Hewie. How does the Colorizing know what color to use? Like in one of the old pictures, there were always like tans and blues. And then the one you had, which was difficult, it had red. So how does it know which color to use?
It's magic.
It is.
But by the way, Chris, I was on a cruise, and one of the places we stopped at, they had the sea lions, and it was, you could go down by the water, and they would jump out of the water. And I have pictures where they're kissing you on the cheek. They come over your shoulder. They jump out. I'll try to send those to you because they're very, very cute. There's 4 of them, and they take the pictures. They won't allow you to take the pictures, and you buy them afterwards. But it was very reasonable. I don't think it was on St. Bart's. I don't remember right now, or Barbados, one of the islands. And the pictures, 4 pictures were only $20. But if you had the glossy color, of course, they were like $20 each, which no point in getting the printed pictures today. So.
All right. Well, I think that's a wrap for the show today. I want to thank everyone for coming, and we will see you, of course. Be sure and watch our premiere show starting in 10 minutes. And also drop by and listen to our Thursday show. If not, we'll see you next week, same time, same place. And of course, Hewie Poplock will be the MC. So we look forward to a great show next week and Chris's photo fun as well. So whatever topic we're going to choose, that will be great. So thanks so much, everyone, for coming. Have a great day. Bye now.
Bye, everybody.